Hello, cruisers. So Elisa and I just recently got off of the Disney Magic, one of 6 cruises that we have scheduled over the next year or so. And so I got to be honest with you, they had some problems on this cruise, or we had some problems, and Disney had some problems on this cruise, and that's what I want to talk about to you today. My name is Randy. I am your cruise coach. And so here are some things that we experienced on this cruise that were not so great. Right off jump, first thing, normally Disney makes a very big deal when you first get introduced into the lobby. They have characters there to greet you. Everybody's clapping and cheering, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful moment. I got to be honest with you, guys. This time on the Magic, not so great. And Elisa said that she thinks it's because, maybe it's because the lobby is smaller than on the other ships, and that may very well be true. But I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it like I normally do. Normally, it's a big moment, and I got to be honest. I was a little bit disappointed. It was not. It didn't seem like the crew was completely into it, and like I said, I didn't feel it like I normally would. So that was a problem for me. The next thing that was an issue was, I paid well over $100, $120 something, I think it was, for the Wi-Fi package. Something that I do so in case I decide to put any videos out, which I did, and so on. On my Instagram account or on my TikTok account. And several times on various parts of the ship, the Wi-Fi either was not there or wasn't working or glitched out, or I don't know. But there were several times where I could not access the Wi-Fi, and I was, on the ship. Sometimes it was on the deck. Sometimes it was, inside, on different decks on the interior of the ship. And, that was a problem. I mean, I've been on other cruise ships. I've been on other Disney ships, and the Wi-Fi seems to hold up, all the time. And that simply wasn't the case on the Magic. Now, is that because the Magic is an older ship? Is the technology or whatever just not up to date on the Magic? I don't know. I'm just telling you, there was some problems with the Wi-Fi on the Magic. So those of you planning on getting a book in the Magic anytime soon, proceed with caution on the Wi-Fi. It did work, okay? I'm not saying it didn't work. It did work, but it was spotty, and it would cut out, on certain parts of the ship. Just fair warning. I'm here to help. The next thing that was an issue, we went to the Disney, Tangled show, the Rapunzel story. And at least twice, maybe 3 times, the show had to abruptly stop. They had to pause it, postpone it due to various technical issues. Now, to Disney's credit, they did finish the show. All right. They it was a longer show. I want to say it was a 6 o'clock showing, perhaps, and they finished it. But it was it was a bummer because you're sitting there, you're into the show, and you're enjoying it, and literally the show lights would go out, the camera would draw. I mean, the curtains would close, and the actors, the performers would just kind of walk off stage, and then they'd have the announcement, sorry for the inconvenience, and so on and so forth. So that was an issue. That was a problem on the cruise. The other thing was the trivia games. We love the trivia games, whether it's, classic, quote, classic music, which unfortunately is now Elisa and I's music we grew up with, the 80s and whatnot. The 80s and the 90s and whatnot music. That's considered classic now, but they'll have a trivia with the music. And of course, another big favorite of ours is the Disney trivia, various Disney trivias and so on. And at least 2 times, maybe 3, whether it was is their laptops, their devices, whatever, the trivia game had to be either shut down or altered. I want to say, I remember distinctly, vividly, 4 times, 4 different trivia games, they had problems. And either the program itself locked up or shut down, or again, maybe it was the Wi-Fi, but they had problems, and it definitely affected, the trivia games. One that my son, Chase, was really interested in, they had a Simpsons trivia. Chase loves The Simpsons, and he was ready to dominate the Simpsons trivia. And so we're sitting there, and the entertainment, staff, the young lady showed up, and she had everything, and you could tell that she was having issues. And then all of a sudden she announced to everybody that it wasn't working, something wasn't working, and they were not going to be able to do the Simpsons trivia. And I'm going to tell you, my son was very upset. He was very disappointed. He was so excited about that trivia. As soon as it came up on the app, he was really excited about it, and he was extremely disappointed. I was disappointed because I was banking on that doggone medallion to put around my neck because I knew he was going to wrap it up and he was going to win it. And unfortunately, we couldn't do that because of technical issues. So that was a major issue. In the comments, guys, tell me, have you guys had any of these problems that I've mentioned so far? Have you been on the Magic and you had other issues that were similar to this? Did y'all experience any of this? Let me know in the comments. The other thing about the trivia games was they were overcrowded. Sometimes they just had so many people, there was not enough place for everybody to sit. And so you literally had people standing around during the trivia. And, that's just not cool. That's not fun. It's not fun to be overcrowded and standing out and so on. That was an inconvenience also. So again, let me know in the comments if you experienced any of these things. Now, with all that being said, here it comes. We still love Disney. All right. I'm certainly not saying that, you shouldn't go on a Disney cruise. By all means, if you love Disney like we do, go on a Disney cruise. It's just, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know if Disney ever hears this or what, but this was probably one of the most problematic Disney cruises that we've ever been on. Now, were there a bunch of good things? Yes, but I'm not going to go into that on this video. I just want to talk about the issues that we had, the problems. So once again, please comment, and I will always reply to any comments I get on my channel. And we've got 5 more cruises that are scheduled and I'm eyeing at least 1 or 2 more. I've got a Royal Caribbean cruise coming up literally in 8-9 days. And I am going to try for the first time to do an active vlog. I'm gonna start a video, I hope later on this week or early next week. I'm going to do a vlog. I'm going to talk about the cruise before, during the cruise, and so on. So if that's something that you think you might want to, you're interested in and you want to follow along, please consider subscribing to the channel and hanging around. If you love cruises, this is the channel for you. We talk cruises all the time. And also, by the way, one more shameless plug. I am also a professional certified travel agent. I have helped many people book. My niche is cruises. I really enjoy booking Royal Caribbean cruises, Disney cruises, and even Carnival cruises. If any of those are of interest to you and that you like free stuff, please, by all means, drop me an email and let me know, and I'd be more than happy to give you a quote and get you some free stuff on your next cruise. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video clips from the Disney cruise, and I hope you will subscribe and hang around because we have a lot more content to come. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you on the next one.